Alright, Red and Whites, welcome back to the Ugly Inside video channel. It's a couple of hours after the game. We've had a few more hours to digest the game, but Clive, what happened today? Talk me through the game.
Well, what a disappointing game, but we've come out of it with something which is important, because a lot of effort put in. It didn't go the way we wanted it, obviously. Sunderland came and they fought. What they did do was stop us building from the back. I think football-wise, that is one thing that Saints like to do. They have control of the game, build from the back. Maybe they build slowly through midfield and into attack. And fair play to Sunderland, they did do that. But, oh my goodness, what a struggle. And what a poor refereeing display that was. The minute he booked Bertrand early in the game, he made a rod for his own back. And he just was not consistent. I think that's the problem. It just was not consistent right through the game. And yeah, it was so disappointing.
How influential was the referee decisions today? Could it have gone our way if the referee decisions were right?
Of course. The penalty decision in the first half, I'd like to see that, how that went. The bookings, the sending off, maybe it was a send off, I don't know. Until you actually see it in slow mo, it's going to be very hard to decide for that one. But yeah, there were a lot of. It wasn't just that; it was the whole thing. It just seemed to be set against us.
What do you make of Jose's red card? Where did you see it, and what do you make of it?
Well, he had to make a tackle because obviously the guy was right through. I don't know until I see it. I saw it from about 70 yards away with my very, very poor eyesight. So I will reserve judgment until I see it. But it did look a bit harsh. Let's wait and see. But in terms of the game, Saints huffed and puffed. Saints really huffed and puffed all day long, and they never flowed through midfield to attack. So disappointing. We did create a few chances. And again, I thought Pella's had some decent flicks first half. He set up two good chances, and we could have gone ahead there. But yeah, it was in terms of standard, it was a very poor game.
Now Jose will be suspended for 3 matches because it's a straight red. Straight red. How much of a loss will he be for the squad?
Well, yeah, it's a big loss because him and Virgil have got a very good understanding together. So that is a massive loss to the team. We're going to have to find a new way to play. And with Wanyama out for one more game. Is it one more? Yeah. Then that creates its own challenges. I'd like to think Saints can finish strongly. Obviously, we're safe from relegation. Maybe the dream of Europa is disappearing into the horizon with the last week that we've had. So disappointing, but you'd like to think that we could finish the season strongly.
Now let's move on to the goal. Virgil van Dijk salvaged a point for us in the dying minutes. What do you make of it? Where did you see it?
Well, I was still in the ground. I was making my way to the exits, but I never leave before the end, and I must have leapt about 10 steps as he scored. It was fantastic because I felt 1-0 defeat was a bit of an injustice of the game. And I thought Virgil was immense today. There's a lot of work that he does in the game that people don't see. I think he's such a good player. And I think Oriol Romeo was the other guy that showed immense desire today. I thought we worked hard, but those were the two guys that stood out for me, Romeo and Virgil.
Now, would you say Virgil was your man of the match? For me, Mane looked quite lively today.
Mane, when he's out wide, I don't think he's as effective. I think when he's in a central position off a Pella, he's far more effective because he's got very quick feet. He can't cross a ball for love nor money. So even if he does beat the fullback, what's he going to do? But if he beats a player in the area, they're either going to take him out, penalty, or you've got a great situation opening up. So I'd like to see him very central, just off a Pella. But there you go. That's the way Ronald played him today. I don't agree with it. I think he's far more effective central.
Now, would you see similarities between Sadio Mane and Theo Walcott? Because Theo Walcott also obviously came through our system, but again, he can't cross the ball for Toffee. Sadio Mane can run to the byline, he can do a bit of tricks, but he can't cross it.
Yeah, no, I don't really. I think Theo's more dynamic. I think Mane, sadly, has gone into his shell. My goodness, if Man United were going to pay 30 million at Christmas for him, we probably should have snatched their hands off the way it's been lately. But you never know. I can remember Mane when we played Sheffield United away in the League Cup, and he was just dog awful that night. And then he came back and was amazing over Christmas. So you never know with these guys. They're hot and cold. A bit like Saints' season. It's been Jekyll and Hyde. It has been complete Jekyll and Hyde season. Frustrating, but if you said to me, with the players that we've sold through the summer and the players that we bought, I think mid-table is not a bad result at the end of the day. Of course, people are going to be disappointed because a week ago we could see Europa and even the Champions League, but let's get real. Mid-table is not a bad result at the end of the day.
Now, what can we do to push on for those Europa Leagues? I mean, an obvious answer is to be let's keep winning, but what specifically what's got to do? Stoke next weekend. Can we get a result there?
We can get a result. Stoke are blooming decent. They've invested heavily. They've improved year on year, a bit like ourselves. It's going to be very tough, but I think the big thing with Saints looking forward is whether Ronald stays or not. I think that is so vital, and I think he needs assurances that big money is going to be spent, because that's the only way we're going to improve. That's the only way he can hold them at a level, but to actually get onto the next level, we're going to need big money.
Thanks for watching, guys. Now let us know your comments in below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Wiz, what do you make of the game, mate?
Dog shit. I'll tell you what, we should be thrashing teams like that. Not thrashing, but beating teams like that. We're rubbish today, Fred.